most interesting planets in the solar system. It is believed that there are 3 billion humans on the planet Earth at this current time. But one of the most interesting subspecies is the one known as Kyles. In a rare, once-in-a-lifetime event, Kyles have decided to take the long trek to Kyle, Texas, a city named after the Greek god Caelus Maximus, the god of awesomeness. Many Kyles will leave their mom and dad's basement in the comfort of their favorite Xbox and bong pipe to make the long and treacherous but totally sick journey. Driving their favorite Mustang or the classic Dodge Viper, the Kyles will make the treacherous journey, having to deal with skanks, losers, and haters along the way. Even more sadly though, many Kyles will be unable to make the journey due to either the fact they cannot afford gas money or their boss would not give them the 2 days off. Come on, bro, it's just 2 days. Brenda got a whole month off when she was pregnant. I hate that stupid. Those Kyles who are able to finish the trek and arrive at the totally sick-named city, Kyle, in Kyle, Texas, will find themselves greeted by many of their companions and fellow Kyles. With a typical greeting of a fist bump or chest bump, they acknowledge they're the Kyles, that they are among bros. The Kyles, adorned with their favorite backwards baseball cap and fraternity t-shirt with the sleeves ripped off, something many scientists still wonder about why, because a bunch of losers and nerds who can't get a girlfriend. The Kyles will begin a celebration listening to their favorite dubstep music with sick bass. You know what I'm talking about. The Kyles will partake of refreshments like Monster Energy drink, Doritos, and of course, Dos Equis. Why Dos Equis, one might ask? Because Bud Light is free. I am Kyle Kyleson from Nat Geo. Please join us as we follow the Kyles on a totally rad and sick adventure that we have come to call the March of the Kyles. Go suck it. Guy's name's Zach.
My name is Kyle, and I am awesome.
That's a real event. Did you know that?
No, I thought actually that was a promo. It's not like we're doing a TV radio ad.
No, that's
getting paid for this.
No, that's a parody of the Gathering of Kyles that's taking place in Kyle, Texas. I think it's like May 18th. So by the time this episode comes out, I think it's like a day or two away or a day or two after or something like that. But yeah,
never heard of it.
I just thought that was kind of funny. We Joel and I made a little parody of that. I thought it would be kind of fun to share.
Yeah, I thought it was a real ad. I thought it was like a real legit ad or something. That's like, yeah, okay.
Well, thank you. That's a testament to my abilities, sir.
That's like, I guess we come into some money finally.
I wish. So how have you been, man? What's going on?
I've been better. That's for sure.
Haven't we all?
I've been better. But I mean, like I said, I love doing this podcast because it keeps my mind very loose. Because if I didn't do this podcast, I don't know what I'd be doing right now. So I will say I do enjoy doing this podcast, and I have some more ideas that I want to do eventually. I know we've been having problems with the laptop lately, so that's why we haven't really it's kind of been slow. Things have kind of been slow lately, but you know, hopefully things will be a little bit more on the up and up eventually.
Yeah. I mean, the show must go on, is the classic saying, right? No matter what happens, you gotta keep going forward.
Oh yeah.
I had an old radio boss who told me that my job as a board op is like a Sherman tank. Mm-hmm. It's like, Sherman tanks, like back in World War II or whatever, like they couldn't go backwards, they could only go forwards. He's like, that's your job. Like you don't go backwards, you keep going forward.
Oh yeah.
He was telling me this because I hit a music spot or something a little too early, and I stopped it, and then he corrected me during the break. He's like, no, actually, just anytime you do it, just let it play out. Like you just gotta let it roll, because people won't notice it until you stop it. So.
Yeah, it's like when Destiny Child was performing on stage and Michelle Williams fell on the floor.
Yeah,
and then they just kept performing.
Yeah,
didn't have a choice.
You got to keep going. You can't stop the production. So that's what we do here. We don't stop. We keep moving forward. James, that's what we do.
Oh yeah.
That's what we do. Well, I mean, I've been better too. I've been dealing with some tech issues, but I'm got them somewhat sort of resolved. As you can see, there's a lot of duct tape. There's a lot of WD-40 lying around. There's some hammers and broken screens, but
some ass kicking.
Damn it, we're up and running.
Some drinking. There's some bottles on the floor.
Yeah,
there's a lot of stuff. Brother.
Yeah, watch out. There's some broken glass by you. I don't want you to cut your hand or anything. On that.
It wasn't for sale. It wouldn't be drinking this cellulose drink, this energy drink. I would be up the wall. I would be losing it.
Have you've had one of those? Have you actually? Do you actually drink those?
Yeah, I do drink those. Those are pretty good.
Are they?
This kind of helps you with your energy.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to drink a lot of them, of course, but I like that more than like Red Bull and Monster, so I drink those a lot.
I see.
I still drink vitamin water.
Vitamin water?
Yeah.
I don't really drink vitamin water. I just drink coffee and water.
Hey, if they want to sponsor us, go right ahead. Because I get them for a little bit, way too much free publicity.
Right.
So if they want to in on this, email me.
Email me.
Yeah.
On the go pod 2023 at gmail.com.
Yep.
Man, I'm standing up today and it feels weird. I feel like I can't think.
Yeah, you do look weird standing up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wanted to try something new.
We'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah, we will. I don't really think I have anything else. So let's get this show on the road. This is On the Go with Jacob and James. I'm Jacob. He's James. This is the beginning of our two-part email answering question. We've had some emails from a couple listeners, and I do mean a couple, a handful, a one or a two, and we've kind of been ignoring them. James?
No, we haven't been ignoring them. We just had like a lot of.
You're right. It's not on purpose.
Yeah, it's not on purpose. I don't want people to think that we just ignore people's
emails. Of course
emails.
not.
It's just that we had so much stuff we had to cover. Last week was just a lot of big entertainment stuff.
Yeah.
So we figured today would be the day that we cover some emails because of the simple fact that there's nothing going on.
Yeah. Well, we certainly don't have a spam folder filled with emails from a Batman Lover 69 or anything like that at all. So no, of course not.
You've got mail.
But our first of many emails comes from our friend Zach, our loyal listener Zach. He emails us with a question, James. He said, who do you guys see playing a fantastical Batman for James Gunn's DCU? These are my choices. I kind of came up randomly, and my thought process was someone in their 40s, since it would be an older Batman with his Bat family, and someone above 6 foot, since David Corenswet Superman is so tall. Thanks, and hope you guys have a great day. So, his candidates, James. Number 10, James Franco.
No.
You don't see him as Batman?
First of all, James Franco has been in Hollywood in years. There's absolutely no way in hell.
You're right. He's kind of been hiding.
Yes.
He got like semi-canceled, didn't he?
Was in trouble for doing something that was having an affair with a young girl. There's no way in hell they would ever cast James Franco.
Yeah. You know what was sad about that was it was just after The Disaster Artist came out, which was like one of his best films.
It was some BS he did, and it got him. Yeah, it got him canceled. There's no way in hell that they're hiring him.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so number 9, I'm pretty sure you're gonna say no to this one as well. Armie Hammer.
So is he? Look, I'm trying to be nice because hasn't been a good week. Are you kidding me? This is a joke, right? This is a joke, right?
I'm not joking. Armie Hammer is number 9 on the list.
You're kidding me with this? the toe sucker man, the guy that's selling real estate overseas,
the semi cannibal, whatever he was. No. Also, he's burned his bridges with DC a long time ago because they wanted him to be just about every main male character in the last like 6 or 7 DC movies.
Yeah.
Before he got canceled.
Exactly. There's no way in hell they would ever cast him to be Batman.
Right. So he burned his bridges a long time ago, outside of being canceled. So
give me something good.
All right. Next up, we got Sam Heughan, Heughan.
I don't know who that is.
I have no idea who that guy is. Let's look him up.
All right, let's look him up.
All right, you see him on the screen. I got his pictures up here. Barely. He was in The Spy Who Dumped Me. He was in Bloodshot. He hasn't been in a whole lot. Young Alexander the Great. He played Alexander.
Let me see. I'm at the.
Yeah.
I couldn't see his face all the way. What's his name again?
Sam Heughan.
Sam Heughan.
Heughan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, he has a Batman look.
Yeah, he's kind of there. He's got the jaw.
He's a nobody. So yeah, I can see that.
All right.
Which I think that's what they need to do at this point. I think they need to go somewhere and tread more towards the nobodies, because you casted almost every Hollywood actor, A-list actor you can
Well,
get your
yeah,
hands on.
I was just gonna say, because that's where all your money goes.
Yeah.
Is your bigger actors. You know, we were watching Rampage the other night with The Rock. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I was thinking, I was like, you know what? If they didn't have The Rock in this movie probably would have gotten a sequel.
Oh yeah,
Just because a bunch of the money just went to The Rock, paying him off, right?
Yeah.
But the movie's fine. It's a big dumb monster movie.
I actually like that. I actually like Rampage.
I did too. And you know, if you play the games, like there's other monsters, you know, so they could have easily done a sequel if they really wanted to, but you know, you pay The Rock. So, Charlie Hunnam.
See what Mr.
He's a big name being tossed around lately. I think he's in a few things. You'd probably recognize him, honestly.
Okay, most likely I probably will.
Oh, he's a Sons of Anarchy guy.
Oh, him. Yeah, he was in Robin Hood.
Yeah.
No, not Robin Hood. What's
King
that?
Arthur.
King Arthur.
Yeah.
Did you like King Arthur?
The 2017. I don't think I've
The
seen
one
it.
with Jude Law
Have I seen
and
it?
him. It was really good. It was Guy Ritchie film.
No, I don't think I ever got to see it.
You got to watch it.
I think
man.
I saw. No, it was a Robin Hood with Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, no, I never saw this.
No, I was thinking about the other Robin Hood movie with Edgerton.
Oh
Jamie
yeah,
Foxx.
he was in one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That came out like in 2022. I mean 2020, 2021, whatever.
Yeah.
One of those years. And yeah, no, I like him. He's a good actor, but I keep seeing rumors about him playing Green Lantern. I mean, what's the name? Not Green Lantern,
Kyle
but
Rayner,
Green Arrow.
Green Arrow.
I keep seeing
yeah, I
rumors
can
about
see
him
that.
playing- Yeah, I can see him more as a Green Arrow more than anything.
I mean, he's got a goatee already. Here,
He does,
I guess.
right.
That's,
But honestly, you can play Green Arrow. You got to go to
right.
too. Yeah,
and I'm
you
blonde.
should be there for Halloween.
Brandon Sklaner. No idea who that is.
I have no idea.
I don't know who these actors are, man. We're out of touch.
I don't think we're out of touch. I just don't think we keep track of that much. I mean, I appreciate the
obscurity
of some of these actors, because you're gonna have to go outside the realm of what you usually look for in a Batman.
He looks like a Ryan Gosling and a Skarsgård like mixed together.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he does.
Like, look at this.
Yeah, handsome dude. I mean, he's a handsome guy.
Yeah.
But it's just like, yeah, because you're gonna have to go out the realm. So I get some of these choices, but yeah, those first two, I was just baffled by those first two. I was like, you gotta be kidding me with this.
We also have Alexander Skarsgård on the list, so Skarsgård makes an appearance.
Yeah,
We got a Bradley Cooper. I don't really see a Bradley Cooper
me either.
doing it. I just don't see him as like the Batman type.
You know why he said that, right? Because it's James Gunn guy, Bradley Cooper.
Oh yeah,
Rocket.
you just call him up. Yeah, James Gunn has that habit. Orlando Bloom
Yeah,
potentially. Michael Fassbender.
I could see that.
Yeah,
But I think Marvel's gonna snag him up before anything, right?
potentially. Yeah,
Yeah, they could probably snag him up before, because you know they're gonna probably have him play Doom or some bad guy in the
yeah.
MCU.
We're bringing back as Magneto. He was a great Magneto.
I would love to see him
honestly.
go back as Magneto. He was the best part of those movies, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I love those. I love those his parts.
Personally, I think your dude from Reacher.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
I think he'd make a great
Alan
Batman.
Richardson. Yeah.
I'm not opposed to even Winston Duke. I know we talked about him last week. I know that would settle a lot of fires, but
Oh yeah.
chaos. You know what I mean? Just do it.
No, I think Alan Richardson is gonna probably end up being the guy.
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't have said that because I remember he did an interview. He was like, "Yeah, I want to play Batman."
Right.
You don't really say those things unless you know something that we don't know.
Right. Unless you're already kind of like in the casting call.
Yeah.
Or, you know, you're already getting phone calls from your agent or little hints here or there.
Because I know we never talked about it, but I was just like, that's kind of weird to say that out loud.
Right.
Because most actors don't really say stuff like that.
Right.
Unless you're like Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
He's like, I want to keep playing Superman over and over again.
Even though he's been fired like 4 or 5 times. And,
Yeah.
I mean, not because of anything he did, but you
Those
know
aren't
the
he
DC
did,
story.
but yeah.
Yeah. So personally, I don't really care who Batman is. I feel like Batman's one of those characters where it's like, as long as you have like a strong dude in the suit,
Yeah.
nobody really cares about what Bruce Wayne's going to look like.
Not
Because
really.
nobody really watches Batman stuff for Bruce Wayne's story. You know, you watch a Spider-Man stuff or show for Spider-Man, Peter Parker, the dynamic. But Batman, his social life's doing fine, even though I don't understand how he operates at all. You stay up all night and then you still do like your daily things. I mean, you got Alfred.
Well, I mean, I feel like we've had Batman stripped down. I mean, we already got the Matt Reeves. He's been stripped down already.
Yeah.
So
You
I
got the
feel like-
beginning Batman.
Yeah.
You've seen the older Batman with Michael Keaton.
and Ben Affleck, and some aspect. Well, some aspect. How you pronounce that wrong?
Who?
How you pronounce that word?
Aspect?
Aspect. Yeah, we've seen that. So
Yeah.
I don't think we really.
I don't think the actor matters. I think as long as you get a good, solid, like, physical actor in the suit and someone with, like, the vocal range that would match what a Batman would sound like.
And someone that can be a father.
Yeah.
Because
Exactly.
a lot of those names are cool, but at the same time, do you fit the father trait? Because essentially, this
right.
new Batman is going to be doing,
If he's got the Bat
Damian.
family. Yeah.
and Damian is going to be the son that he's bringing in. So you're going to have to be somebody that can carry that father trait. It can't
Yeah.
just be the Playboy bachelor and that's it.
Yeah.
and he's just caring about himself.
Yeah.
The Bat family and Todd, Jason Todd, and however they decide on what to do with it, Jason. So. Yeah, I'm with you, Reacher. Reacher's the guy for me.
Oh, yeah, I think he'd be a good one. If it reaches that point. But
If it reaches that
I
point.
mean, that's still like, what, 2 or 3 years
Yeah,
out?
we got a long way to go. We still haven't got Superman movie yet.
We gotta. I saw a post the other day, I saw a post the other day. People were talking about how that Superman image that we were talking about last week was an AI
Everybody
generated.
keeps saying that.
Everyone keeps saying it, and it's like, is this the new thing? Is this the new thing where if you don't like what something looks like or something sounds like, you're just gonna be like, oh, it's AI?
Like I said last week, man, it's like I don't really care. He doesn't really care. Obviously,
suit,
James Gunn,
yeah.
because if he cared, he would have answered. He would have asked, answer questions. Because you notice he's been pretty quiet on that suit ever since then. So he knows people.
He
gonna
knew
say-
what he was doing.
Yeah,
with
he
it.
knew what he was doing. So yeah, I think you said last week or 2 weeks ago. You were like, he got us talking.
That's all it was.
Then that's all it was. Now he can go back to filming.
Exactly. All right, so I'm going to move on to the next email
Okay, fine.
from Zach. And actually, we talked about this after recording last week that we needed to touch on this because this was a really good email from him, right?
Uh-huh.
It's do you think it would benefit Disney to have more strict PR on what the actors and directors say? Because it seems like whenever an actor or director speaks out, it kind of causes fires and people kind of gets people talking about like hot topic issues and whatnot. So, do you think Disney needs like a more strict PR person when it comes to an actor or a director talking about their stuff? Like he uses in the email I'm kind of abridging this, right? But he uses in the email an example of like when they were talking about the X-Men, I guess like the X-Men movie they were working on. They mentioned that they were going to do like a more female-led X-Men, which I don't know if how true or not that is.
was. Yeah, we still don't know how true that was.
However, it did start a lot of fires, obviously, because people can't handle things.
Yeah.
So basically, it's like, do you think Disney needs to tell their people to shut up when they're talking about their stuff?
Well, no, because you don't want to put a muzzle on people from answering questions. I just think that as a whole, they're PR people. Because I think don't the actor have their own they have their own PR?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know how it works. I don't know if Disney's got like a PR team and then the actor themselves has a PR team. I honestly don't know.
Well, you would think both sides.
I would imagine Disney has like a crazy PR team, but also
after the Jonathan Majors incident, you would think now they have a crazy PR team.
you would think, but
I mean, you can't stop people from
saying anything. Freedom of speech, right? That's
freedom of speech. If
what
you
we're all about.
Yeah, if you have a problem with what that person says, it's kind of a you problem.
Yeah. I mean, my opinion is no matter what they say, no matter what they say in the interview, it's going to get spin in a sort of direction.
It's always going to get spin. In
Perfect example. Recently, Chris Pratt, he's doing press for his Garfield movie, and they were asking him about Scarlett Johansson being in the next Jurassic World movies or series or whatever coming out. And they were like, "Oh, do you have any advice for her?" And they took one sentence from his answer and they used it as a headline, which was, "Oh, just be ready to feel embarrassed, like acting across something that's not there." And everyone's like, "Well, of course they're used to that. They're both in MCU movies or whatever." But somebody posted the full answer today, and it was really just like, "Oh yeah, do I have advice for one of the highest grossing actors in the industry? Not really, but if you were to force me to give her advice, I guess this is what I would say."
Yeah.
So no matter what you say, a journalist is going to grab it, use it out of context. That's modern day journalism.
They have to.
It's you need to grab the thing that's going to attract people to the article the most.
Prime example, Shaquille O'Neal's ex-wife. she's got a book coming out, a memoir.
Oh, of course.
And whenever you write a book, about your past marriages and just past life period, you're gonna the publication, they need those that little spark to sell the book, to get you to go out and buy the book. So she said that she was never in love really with Shaquille O'Neal, and everyone took that headline and just ran with it.
All right, Jada Pinkett Smith.
But no, but she wasn't. But she wasn't doing that to make a bigger point. There's more context to the story.
Yeah.
And she, but that's how they grab it. They grab that headline out. And Shaquille O'Neal was classy about it too as well.
Because they were looking for the Jada Pinkett Smith moment, right?
Yeah.
'Cause Jada did that.
Yeah.
And in her most recent book or whatever, right? It's like, oh, I never really. I don't know. I forget the quote, but yeah, I see what they were kind of trying to do there.
There's so many times I've seen like people have books and stuff. I think this is kind of still on the same.
It is, yeah.
So I've seen so many times like so many athletes and so many celebrities write books, and they take that one special spark out, and boom, there it is. Jerry Seinfeld just had an interview where he was talking about something, and I think I went back and saw the whole interview, and he was talking about cancel culture. Yeah. And he said woke and all this stuff, and I think people kind of took it out of context a little bit, because I like Jerry Seinfeld now. I didn't like him as a kid.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really get his jokes. But now I've really, really grown to really respect and love Jerry Seinfeld a lot. So I understood what he was saying.
Yeah.
But people took that one word and then took that headline and it ballooned into something else.
Yeah.
So it happens. It happens. So you can't stop people from talking.
No, you can't. I mean, even the only way to stop it is to just not do any interviews or press.
Exactly. And just don't spoil the film.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and don't spoil the film. Now, there are examples of people just being like way too cocky about their film. Like one example would be the girl who was in the Snow White movie that was going to come out, and then they pulled it.
Yeah.
I don't know if they really pulled it because of what she was saying.
I don't think so.
But, she was saying some stuff, and then that got really blown up, and then, look, now it's not even coming out. So it's like, yeah, you were talking all this mess with the Snow White movie, but now your movie's not even coming out.
I think that movie just might get axed.
Probably so. They'll probably Warner Brothers it, right?
Yeah, probably just.
That's the new term. They're going to Warner Brothers it. They're going to
which is probably a good thing. Which is probably a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, no one was really asking for
nobody
Snow White movie. Really, no one's really asking for any of these live action
Mufasa movie. No one's asking for any of those movies.
Yeah, what the heck?
So it's just you're right. That's another prime example. You might want to calm down a little bit on being too cocky on your movies as well.
Yeah,
sometimes you can have an opinion like, oh well, we did this because we did this.
Yeah,
it's more better than the other one.
You got to start answering your questions like a politician, right?
Yeah,
you don't answer the question.
No, you're right.
Where you're like, well, let me tell you this.
No, I mean you're 100% right. You have to be a politician with these questions nowadays.
Yeah, it's sad that it's like that because it gets really annoying how an actor can't just answer a question without it being taken out of like some sort of context. Or really, that's all of us nowadays. Yeah, I mean, anything and everything can be taken out of context. This podcast can be taken out of context.
Yeah.
So, moving on to the last email we're going to cover today.
So hopefully that answers your question.
Zach. I think it does.
I think it does.
So our last email from Zach is, what is our go-to like Marvel movie? Like if we were to go back and watch any of the Marvel movies, past, present, future, like before MCU, any of them, what is like the guilty pleasure one? Like what is the one we're gonna go back to?
I don't have a guilty pleasure, but I know Winter Soldier is that movie.
Yeah,
I love Winter Soldier.
Everyone always brings up Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier and Civil War. I love those two movies, man. Those were just perfect.
Yeah,
perfect movies. Great stories being told through all individuals that was involved in the movie, and that's why I loved it. I love those two movies.
So I don't really have one per se. I mean, it would probably be any of the Spider-Mans realistically, but if I'm going to take those away because that's the obvious answer. Yeah. If you listen to the show, you know what I'm going to answer. So I'm going to take those away. I think the other choice would be the first Avengers movie,
which is a good one
because it's solid, right?
It's great.
Because you know what? Before that movie came out, I was doubting the whole Avengers thing. I was like, "There's no way they're going to put this many characters on screen at the same time
and make it work."
Yeah, and then it blew me away. And I remember following the Avengers movie 2 or 3 years before it came out, back when like they actually did plan for Black Panther to be in there, and I think they planned for like Ant-Man to be a part of it as well, like the original cast. And I'm like, there's no way. So yeah, when I finally saw that movie, I think I saw it twice in theaters. Went with 2 different group of friends to see it. So that movie really blew me away. Also, it's the last movie where we actually get a good like version of the Hulk, like a good scene with the Hulk. Like you get him rampaging, you get him losing control. And then you get that moment in the end of the movie where he's like, I'm always angry. And he just easily shifts into the Hulk and he punches the whale ship thing.
Yep. That was pretty dope.
One of the greatest movie moments we've ever seen with the Incredible Hulk. Never to be seen again. Ever since then, the Hulk has been trashed, degraded, just ruined.
Well, unless
throughout
you want to talk about the Infinity War, the beginning of that movie.
Don't even get me started.
Man, that was brutal.
And the non-payoff in Endgame, there's no moment. There's like, you didn't even have, I swear in Endgame when like all the stuff crashed on him and like Rocket and War Machine, I thought, okay, this is the moment where Hulk like busts out and he's Hulk again. And, you know, we get his like rematch with Thanos. No.
Stays in a Hulkbuster outfit.
Yeah. Professor Hulk the whole damn time.
Yep.
And then if you count the She-Hulk stuff, he's randomly got a son.
Doesn't
make any damn sense.
Any type of background story on that at all.
They ruined the way his son looked. His son's like goofy looking. I don't even know if
he is goofy looking.
I don't know if they're really ever going to touch back on that plot if you really want to think about
I think it's in the comics or something like that. His son.
Yeah, I mean,
mistaken.
well, Planet Hulk and World War Hulk. That's the whole catalyst. It was like his son and his wife were coming to Earth, and the Avengers blew it up.
Yeah,
and that's what caused them to go to war with Planet Earth. So, yeah, and now we're gonna get Red Hulk and Brave New World or whatever it's called.
Did you see the Kids Meal toys are out?
Yeah, I mean they've been talking about those for weeks.
You know why?
The
right?
way they're talking about Brave New World, you would think it's coming out this summer.
Well, you know why the toys are out, right? Because it was supposed to come out this year, so it got delayed.
So McDonald's was just like, get them out of here.
Yeah, we can't keep these things. We can't keep these things just sitting there in the warehouse. So we gotta get them out. So
that's funny.
But yeah, so that should go.
I was wondering why. Yeah, I would say Avengers.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Outside of like the Spider-Man stuff, I would say the Avengers movie. If I were to pick one in the MCU canon, Avengers.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's solid. It's a great film. It's also just like back when things were still starting out. Everything was still kind of smaller. Mm-hmm. Like it was a big scale movie. You know, looking back at it, story wise, very small.
And it kicked Dark Knight's ass. Dark Knight Rises ass.
Yeah.
Because Dark Knight Rises was like...
Dark Knight Rises was bad.
Oh, yeah, it was
saw
pretty
the
bad.
midnight premiere of that movie.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I remember just not liking it whatsoever. Yeah. Couldn't understand Bane. Just, man.
So, basically, that whole Batman... Just go on like a tidbit rant.
Let's do it. Let's go.
That Batman Dark Knight Rises was supposed to be off of the Wasteland storyline.
Yeah.
Where,
like a... Oh, what's the storyline? They kind of did it in Gotham.
Yeah.
It's like,
you know what I'm talking about.
I know
right?
what you're talking about. I just can't think of the actual appropriate name. I think Wasteland is in the name.
I think it's Wasteland.
No Man's Land. That's
No Man's Land.
Yeah.
So that's the story they were trying to go off of a little bit.
Yeah.
And it just did not take at all.
No.
It was just... I love Tom Hardy as Bane. I thought that was a cool idea to do with that character. And then it was a bold choice to do it. Once again, stripping down the character. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, cool. You know, Talia cool. I was like,
Yeah. Catwoman
was not big on Anne Hathaway back then. They're still not. That's Catwoman.
Strange casting choice.
Very strange casting choice. Very just...
Oh, and the Robin.
Your guy from Third Rock from the Sun. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Yeah. Which I do like him.
Yeah.
And he would have been a cool Robin back in the 1990s.
Yeah.
But
he hasn't been around in a while.
He hasn't.
I haven't really seen him doing much lately.
No, he had like a little revival of his career for a little bit. And
he was doing a lot for a minute.
Yeah, then he just fell off the grid.
Well, yeah, I don't know. You make so much money. Sometimes you just like, all right, I'm going to sit around.
Yeah. So, is there any more emails you got?
That was the bulk of them.
That was the bulk of them?
Yeah, that's the bulk of them from Zach. So I just wanted to give Zach some love. On the go. Or on a cruise. With Jacob and James.
Holly Hula girl.
I kind of want to pivot this last little bit of the show. I want to talk about, I don't know if you've heard Francis Ford Coppola's like movie coming out, Megalopolis.
Yeah, I seen like a teaser for it. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. What's more interesting to me is that he funded it himself.
Oh, really?
Fully funded. Like he paid for everything, and balls to the wall. He wrote the script. Like this is his baby of a movie, And so he doesn't really care if it's going to make his money back. Because I think the movie, like, no movie company was really going to, like, take it. Because they were like, it's not, it's kind of weird. It's not really, we don't think it's going to make its money. He's like, I don't care. Like, I just want this out. This is my vision. So I'm kind of curious, but I haven't watched the trailer. Have you seen the trailer?
Yeah, I've seen it. It definitely looks intriguing.
Can you kind of explain like what it
Oh
looks
no,
like?
I can't explain it. I can't. Well, it looks like a futuristic. It looks like a how can I say this? An old school New York City, skyscrapers. Everything comes down, and then this guy reinvents the whole city again, and it's like kind of more of like a futuristic or Tomorrowland type.
That explains
world.
the title a little bit, Megalopolis.
In my opinion, that's what I think it is.
All right, I got the premise right here.
Okay, good. What you got?
An accident destroys a decaying metropolis called New Rome.
See?
Caesar Catalina, an idealist architect with the power to control time, aims to rebuild it as a sustainable utopia. While his opposition, corrupt mayor Franklin Cesario, remains committed to the regressive status quo, torn between them is Franklin's socialite daughter, Julia, who, tired of the influence she inherited... I'm not even reading this correctly at all. I'm ignoring grammar. Julia, who, tired of the influence she inherited, searches for her life's meaning. Kind of sounds like a Romeo-Juliet situation, right? You got a lot of Caesars, you got a lot of Roman names.
Well, I know I saw these big statues that were like walking. I was like, what the hell is this? You know what this movie sounds like? There was a movie back in the 1930s or 40s, and I just cannot get the name of it.
I think I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
I think I know what you're talking about. Because it's one of those movies where it's like, it doesn't really exist anymore.
It doesn't exist anymore. It was like black and white.
Yeah. Someone who used to work at the theater a long, long time ago told me about this movie. It was like her favorite movie, and she explained why.
I want to say it was called Megalopolis too, but it wasn't.
It was something like that, right? I
dog
knew
it, man.
Okay.
So I'm not crazy. Okay, I'm not crazy.
I haven't seen the trailer, so I want to play it.
Yeah, go ahead on. For people that's listening, sorry.
We're going to do a commentary on a trailer right now, James. It's going to be like the old days.
Yeah, right.
Does an empire die?
All right, we got some meteor stuff.
Collapse in one terrible moment.
I like the old school narration, though.
Yeah, me too.
No. But there comes a time when his people...
Lawrence Fishburne?
Lawrence Fishburne, yep. Shia LaBeouf, is he?
Here's our walking statues.
Shia LaBeouf is in here too.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, and children of all ages.
Got this weird Roman theater. Very Roman.
Mm-hmm.
Is this society? Is this way we're living?
I think I saw
The only one that's
Gus from Breaking Bad in this.
Yeah, he's in there too.
Probably a villain of some sort.
I remember when this movie was being talked about, and they talked about the cast. I forgot all about this movie.
Visually, it looks really cool.
Oh yeah, definitely looks
When we
interesting.
ask these questions, when there's a dialogue about them, that basically is a utopia.
A fable.
Man, I know this is bad. I know this is bad podcasting, but sorry guys. Like I needed Jacob to see this teaser so we can have like a better opinion of it.
No,
But,
it looks kind of cool. It's piqued my interest. It really does.
And I found the movie Metropolis.
That's it.
Came out 1927.
It's like the same word basically, but that's what
Yeah.
I was thinking too. And like when I saw the name, I was like, "Isn't that the old movie?"
Mm-hmm. Metropolis.
Yeah, I maybe it's like somewhat inspired by it or something.
Maybe it could be. It could be like it's definitely. Have you ever saw Metropolis before?
No.
Yeah.
When would I have?
I mean, I don't know, man. You know.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's a French film. It's a French film.
Yeah. A longtime passion project for Coppola, who first conceived the idea for the film in 1977 and actively started developing it in 1983. Megalopolis underwent significant delays and numerous cancellations over the years. Coppola revived the project in 2019 by spending $120 million of his own money on the film. Filming took place on November 2022 to March 2023. The film was Coppola's first directorial effort since Twixt, making his longest gap between films. So this is the most passionate passion project this man could have done. Directed by Francis Ford Coppola. Written by Francis Ford Coppola. Produced by Francis Ford Coppola.
Damn. So if anything happens, blame it on
No, it's all on him. Francis Ford Coppola. Yeah.
There you go. That's why I just want you to say it again.
I saw you. But I mean, the thing that has me about this though is like 100% this is his thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's like, I'm gonna make it the way I want to make it. Movie producers, everybody out of my way. I'm producing this myself, and it's kind of whether or not it's gonna do good or not. I mean, obviously he doesn't care. He doesn't care if he makes his money back. He probably cares.
He just wanted to get it out.
He wanted to get it out, and probably as long as he can pay the cast and stuff, right?
I respect that. It's a passion project.
It is, and that's the kind of filmmaking I like. And you like, at least watching it. I'll use Sony as an example. We know what Sony's been doing. Mm-hmm. We're not even gonna say, but at least watching this, there's only one person to blame.
Yeah.
Versus like damn corporate executives at the Sony.
And that person is
Francis Ford Coppola.
So if I don't get my check, just blame it on
Francis Ford Coppola. Thank you.
There you go.
So I just wanted to bring that up because it generated interest in me quite a bit. That's it. That's the last bit of news I had. So that was kind of our Friday episode. Do you have anything else you want to say before we?
No, that's it.
All right. So obviously, guys, you can email us and we will answer your emails. If not right away, we will respond eventually in an email episode of sorts. So you can email us at onthegopod2023@gmail.com. You can find us on Instagram at On The Go with Jacob and James. It's all one word. You can find James on Instagram at
James9794.
You can find me on Instagram at jacobdantone.audio. You can find us on YouTube as well, On The Go with Jacob and James. Episodes come out Monday and Friday all the time. That's all I got. So without further ado, we're on the go. James is on the go. I'm on the go. Francis Ford Coppola is on the go. Talk to you next time.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please follow and share the podcast with your friends and family units. If by chance you disliked the episode, then please share the On The Go show with your most hated enemies. Thank you and enjoy your day.